Everyone keeps asking the wrong question. It's not how much money should I have saved. It's saved for what? Because in 2026, the old savings advice is broken, and following it could actually leave you unprepared. You've heard numbers like $5,000, $10,000, or 6 months of expenses. But those numbers came from a world where money moved slower than it does now. In 2026, money behaves differently. Jobs are less predictable. Prices adjust faster. Emergencies cost more. And they stack. So instead of one magic number, you need 3 layers of savings. Layer 1 is survival savings. This is the money that keeps your life running. If everything pauses in 2026, the realistic target is 3 months of bare minimum expenses, not lifestyle, just survival. For most people, that lands between $3,000 and $7,000, depending on where you live. If you don't have this yet, nothing else matters. Layer 2 is what most people skip. I call it the shock absorber. This is the money that stops one bad week from becoming long-term debt. In 2026, this should be $1,500 to $3,000, kept separate from your emergency fund, because emergencies don't take turns anymore. Layer 3 is where people finally feel secure. This is future flexibility, money that gives you options, not just protection. In 2026, the SMART target is 1 month of your normal income. Not for emergencies, but for change. Whether it's to learn a new skill, take a small career break, or jump on an unexpected opportunity. This fund is your ticket to growth. So how much money do you actually need saved in 2026? For most people, the real number is $6,000 to $12,000 total. Not because it sounds impressive, but because it matches how life actually works now. And if you don't have this yet, you're not failing. You're just early in the process. So, how do you start? Step 1 is making saving invisible. Start with 5% of whatever comes in. Not 20, not perfection, just consistency. Set up an automatic transfer the day you get paid. Your first goal is in thousands? It's $500. That number alone removes panic from most situations. Once you hit it, you don't touch it. Next, you have to separate the money. If your savings sit in the same place as your spending money, it's not savings, it's temptation. Open a separate high-yield savings account. Finally, raise the floor, not the ceiling. Don't chase lifestyle upgrades. Chase stability upgrades. Every raise, every extra dollar, half strengthens your safety net first. In 2026, money isn't about chasing big numbers. It's about building quiet stability. If this helped you rethink savings, subscribe. We keep money simple here. Everyone keeps asking the wrong question. It's not how much money should I have saved. It's saved for what? Because in 2026, the old savings advice is broken and following. It could actually leave you unprepared. You've heard numbers like $5,000, $10,000, or 6 months of expenses. But those numbers came from a world where money moved slower than it does now. In 2026, money behaves differently. Jobs are less predictable. Prices adjust faster. Emergencies cost more, and so instead of one magic number, you need 3 layers of savings. This isn't just theory. It's a new framework for a new financial reality. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't put the roof on before the foundation, right? Same thing with your money. Each layer serves a distinct purpose, and building them in the right order is the secret to feeling financially secure, not just on paper, but in your actual life. It's about moving from a state of constant financial anxiety to one of quiet confidence. Let's break down exactly what those layers are and how to build them. Layer 1 is survival savings. This is the money that keeps your life running if everything pauses, if you lose your job, if a client disappears. This is the fund that keeps the lights on and food on the table. In 2026, the realistic target is 3 months of your bare minimum expenses. I'm not talking about your lifestyle, expenses, no streaming subscriptions, no dining out, no fun money. I mean the absolute essentials. Rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and critical transportation. For most people, that number lands somewhere between $3,000 and $7,000, depending on where you live and your family situation. If you don't have this yet, nothing else matters. This is your foundation. Without it, any financial shock can turn into a full-blown crisis. It's the non-negotiable first step toward real financial stability. So, take a hard look at your absolute must-pay bills, multiply by 3, and that's your first target. Layer 2 is what most people skip, and it's a huge mistake. I call it the shock absorber. This is the money that stops one bad week from becoming long-term debt. Think about it. Your car suddenly needs a new transmission, your pet gets sick, or your phone decides to take a swim. These aren't life-ending emergencies, but they are expensive, and they happen far more often than we'd like. The Shock Absorber Fund is designed to handle these specific, one-off problems without you having to dip into your main survival savings or swipe a credit card out of desperation. In 2026, this should be between $1,500 and $3,000, kept completely separate from your main emergency fund. Why separate? Because emergencies don't take turns anymore. It's entirely possible to face a car repair and an unexpected medical bill in the same month. This fund acts as a buffer, absorbing those smaller, annoying hits, so your core savings remain untouched and ready for a true crisis. Layer 3 is where people finally feel secure. This isn't about survival. It's about progress. This is future flexibility. This is money that gives you options, not just protection. It's the fund that lets you say yes to an opportunity, like taking an online course to get a promotion, investing in a side hustle, or having the freedom to leave a job you hate without having another one lined up immediately. This money is about empowering your future self. In 2026, the smart target for this layer is 1 month of your normal income. Notice I said normal income, not bare bones expenses. This isn't for emergencies. It's for strategic change. It's the difference between being reactive to life and being proactive. This fund is what allows you to pivot, to grow, and to build the life you actually want, rather than just defending the one you currently have. It's the ultimate tool for upward mobility in a fast-changing world. So, how much money do you actually need saved in 2026? Let's put the layers together. You have your 3 months of survival expenses, your shock absorber fund, and your future flexibility fund. For most people, when you add all 3 layers, the real number is somewhere between $6,000 and $12,000 total. And let's be clear, this isn't a number pulled out of thin air to sound impressive. It's a number that's strategically designed to match how life actually works now with its volatility, its unpredictability, and its opportunities. It's a structure that provides a defense against the unexpected while also giving you the offense you need to move forward. This 3-layer system is your roadmap to a financial life that isn't just about getting by, but about getting ahead. And if you're looking at that total and thinking, I'm nowhere near that, take a deep breath. You're not failing. You're not behind. You're just early in the process. Most people never even get this far. They never get the right map. Now you have it. The goal isn't to have this amount saved by tomorrow. The goal is to start building it with the right strategy, one step at a time. The feeling of being overwhelmed is the enemy of progress. Instead, let's focus on the simple, practical actions you can take right now to start building this foundation. So, how do you actually start saving for 2026? Let's make it simple. Step 1. Make it invisible. The most effective way to save is to never see the money in the first place. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account for the day after you get paid. Start with just 5% of whatever comes in, not 20%. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for consistency. 5% is small enough that you'll barely notice it's gone, but it's powerful enough to build momentum. Step 2. Build the first $500. Your first goal isn't thousands. It's $500. Why that number? Because having $500 in a dedicated savings account removes the immediate panic from most of life's small-scale annoyances. A flat tire, a forgotten bill, a broken appliance. $500 covers it. It's a psychological win that proves you can do this. Once you hit that $500 mark, you don't touch it. It's the seed for your shock absorber fund. Step 3. Separate the money. This is critical. If your savings sit in the same account as your spending money, it's not savings, it's just delayed spending. It's temptation waiting to happen. Open a separate, high-yield savings account, preferably at a different bank so it's slightly harder to access. Label one account spending and the other savings. This mental and physical separation turns your savings goal into a real, protected asset. And finally, step 4. Raise the floor, not the ceiling. This is a mindset shift. As you start to earn more money, whether through a raise, a bonus, or a side project, resist the urge to immediately upgrade your lifestyle. Don't chase lifestyle upgrades. Chase stability upgrades. Make a rule for yourself. Every extra dollar that comes in, at least half of it goes directly to strengthening your safety net first due. Building your survival, shock absorber, and flexibility funds. Once those are full, then you can think about raising your lifestyle ceiling. This single habit is what separates people who build lasting wealth from those who are always just one paycheck away from stress. In 2026, money isn't about chasing big, flashy numbers. It's about building quiet stability. It's about creating a financial foundation so strong that you can handle whatever life throws at you and seize the opportunities you deserve. If this helped you rethink savings, subscribe to the channel. We keep money simple here. Thanks for watching.